Hey y'all, it's Scott. You know me, you've heard of me before. Yeah, that's right. From stage and television, it's your old pal, Scott. And I'm outside with two of my dogs, two of the three that live here. One is licking her private area vigorously, and the other is smelling a plant with a bee on it. I feel like there's trouble either way. Anyway, excuse me. I'm here today to talk to you about your car insurance. No, not really. I'm here today to do an episode about a thing going on right now. You may have noticed. I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you live somewhere where it's just not a problem. But we're having a bit of a COVID surge right now. And no less than about 9 people, personal acquaintances of mine, have COVID. And even during the height of COVID, I didn't have 9 acquaintances with COVID at the same time. What that tells me is that we're having a bit of a what do you call it? What do they call that? A COVID burst? No, a bush. No, what is it? What do you call that? We're having well, anyway, it's higher. I can't think of the word, and you're probably all yelling it. You know, if there was a way, there's the technology I want AI to tackle. Be smart enough to know that when I'm talking like that, it knows what I mean, and then just tell me, you know? And you're like, what's that called? The thing you put up on top of the stuff there. And the voice would go, ding! The word you're looking for is potato, or whatever. That ain't happening today. Anyway, COVID, not burst, push, COVID rise, COVID pop. That's going to bug me. Sorry if you're getting wind on this thing. It's not supposed to be windy. Anyway, it's everybody's got it, including my morning co-host, Brian Ibbett. And I don't like that. I don't like it when people I know are feeling down and have horrible fevers and, a rough go with the COVID, with the vid. And I haven't had that since 2022. But boy, howdy, am I a little worried about getting it. So being careful, staying away from the crowds, and those sorts of things. Just trying to be smart. Not going to any concerts or any of that business. I am going to see Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend on Saturday, but the theater's not even full, so that's good. And also, I'm going to see it with some community folks, which means that if we all get it, well, damn it, we all get it together. You know what I mean? I keep thinking that word's going to come to me. It still hasn't. COVID. They use it all the time, like when it's like at a high point. Oh boy, COVID's having a real burst push. It's going to bug me, but probably you more than me, because I won't shut up about it. Anyway, my point is, everyone be careful out there. I have someone in my personal life who's about to have surgery, and the last thing they need is to have COVID right before their surgery. They wouldn't have it. They'd have to cancel, but that's the point. You don't want it disrupting your life. It's easy to think this stuff's gone, but, this variant going around for this current push is apparently a little rougher than usual, a little more harsh than the usual versions of the now mutated virus. And I don't want it. I don't know if I've ever been so miserably sick as I was when I had COVID. I've had plenty of flus in my life and all that kind of stuff, and they're always gnarly, but this thing is a special brand of... who am I talking to? The whole world knows. It was a bad time. COVID sucked. I don't recommend it. No matter who you are or what you think. Just don't, Try not to get it, and let's not spread it if we can help it. Especially in the summer, man. What a bummer. Our doctor says that she thinks that if anyone reports a summer cold right now, they're really just reporting COVID, because most of them aren't testing. If they do test, then they'll see that it is COVID. But that's really that's the rampant thing right now. There's not a lot of other chesty sort of breathing viruses going around. So if you feel that way and you haven't tested, there's a very good chance that it's probably the COVID. What do you call it? Bounce? Nope, not a bounce. COVID's having a real... Oh, well, if I keep doing that, this will be the worst diarrhea episode you guys have ever been put through. So I won't be doing that. All right, back to other normal things. So yeah, we got the Wolverine, we got the Deadpool deal there. I'm gonna see that Saturday. Very excited about that. I haven't been excited about a theater movie in a while. I don't even know why this one has me excited. I buy into the hype because I think that those first two movies are very funny and ridiculous, and I don't know, it's just a nice change from the usual Marvel DC fare. So, can have some fun there. Don't take the kids, it's my understanding. Especially if you want to, avoid Uncle Wolverine doing some nasty swearing and, viscerally violent acts. I don't know what your Hugh Jackman temperature is like, but, some kids are like, oh, yeah, that guy from Real Steel, or I loved him as Wolverine in the other ones. Me too, but, well, I don't know. Logan was awesome. It's pretty funny. The director of Logan, James Mangold, known for his, he did two of the Wolverine movies. He did, not Wolverine Origins, that was a terrible movie, but the follow-up to it with the samurai guy, Silver Samurai, or whatever his name was. And then that was pretty good. And then the Logan is him, and it's amazing. Logan's a great movie. 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma is one of my favorite movies of all time. The remake in 2007. Just fantastic from top to bottom. He is known for all sorts of stuff. Well, here's the screwy bit. I guess that new... I can't think of names today. Spike? COVID Spike? No. Anyway, I'll get back to that. Hey, I'm a singer in the 50s and 60s. What's his name? Anyways, doing his biopic. He also directed Ring of Fire, or whatever it was, the Johnny Cash biopic with Joaquin Phoenix some years ago. Also fantastic. Anyway, this guy's awesome, right? Everybody loves James Mangold. Here's the problem. He's quoted in this new magazine article where he says that universe movies, meaning like a Marvel universe, a DC universe, that sort of thing, are ruining film. Something like that, I'm paraphrasing. And it occurred to me, well, wait a minute, dude. You made two Wolverine movies. You made an Indiana Jones film. The last Indiana Jones film was Mangold. Wasn't received super well, but, whatever. That's a big franchise thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some nuance, but I don't think you ought to be complaining about that. That stuff's kind of keeping the whole business afloat. You might argue it's keeping it alive, not killing it. See, I'm kind of torn on this because I am also of the opinion and a belief that we've oversaturated ourselves with especially Marvel stuff, but just like that big event, superhero freaking tights and capes crap that we do, we've just overdone it. We've swung too far. And you could argue Star Wars did the same thing, and whatever. But I also am not, if I'm trying to be if I'm trying to be not optimistic. See, words are hard today. If I'm trying to be unbiased, there we go, about all of it. COVID surge. Oh my gosh, it came to me finally. I knew it would. COVID surge. It sounds like a soda. The new COVID surge zero. Get it at Target. Target, where we care about your stuff. Anyway, if I'm being practical, I think that you can't, at least you have to make somewhat of an argument that the big tentpole blockbuster movies of the last 10 or 15 years have helped keep the industry alive, to keep theaters going, especially post-pandemic. Like, without those, what do you have? You don't have, the little small ones aren't doing it anymore. Indies aren't doing it. I want them to, don't get me wrong. I love that stuff. But those things also have a way of getting home pretty quick, right? I hadn't even heard of Last Stop in Yuma County. That movie, so good, you guys. Came out last year, maybe early this year. I can't remember when it originally was released, but I saw it this year on streaming. And I don't know how many people know about that movie, but it is so freaking great. It's like Coen Brothers meets Tarantino meets something even better. Like, I don't even know what to call that movie, but I loved it. Set in the 70s. What a fantastic movie. Crime thriller business with a little bit of quirk on top. It's awesome. But, nobody flocked to a movie theater to see that. And if that's all we had was just cool, artistic, actor-driven stuff, I think you would see the industry die pretty quick, or at least that aspect of it. What keeps it alive is all the Spider-Man and the animation and the Pixars of the world and stuff like that. And if it wasn't for Marvel movies, DC movies, Pixar, blah, 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 Disney to some extent, whoever else is doing well there, would you even have a theater business? Is that even a thing anymore? Even if it is, hastily be destroying it. So on the one hand, I get it. Creatively, it feels like the theater experience is a little bankrupty right now, but I still think that, I don't know, you can't have, I think you kind of have to, it's a necessary evil right now. I don't know what the answer is. Part of it is, okay, I know what part of it is. I mean, let's not beat around the proverbial bush. Oh, I can remember proverbial, but not surge. That's fantastic. Anyway, the expectations that big blockbuster movies like, let's say, Infinity War and Endgame provided, or even just go back to the original Star Wars and kind of the blockbuster mentality after that point or so. Jaws really is where it kind of started, but blockbusters now establish this expectation of you have to beat it. It can't just make money. It can't just be profitable. Like, merely profitable is not enough. It has to be this like blowout, change everything, top 3 movie ever, box office return. And that's not sustainable. And so it isn't that smaller films can't succeed. It's that we've put the expectation bar so high that anything less than a certain ridiculous amount seems like a failure. And this is happening in video games. It happens in all kinds of areas. And it's annoying because we've artificially done it to ourselves. It's our fault. When we say our, I mean, executives I have nothing to do with. It's not really me and you, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we came in with COVID. We went out with theatrical discussion of the movie deal in life. And that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to check in with you. It's only going to be 90 today. It's a nice cool down for me. It's been like 103 for a while. 100 to 102, depends on where you are in the valley, but pretty hot. Now down to 90. Whew, it's like fall is here, baby. Not really, but I don't know what that is in space points. Celsius, it's probably closer to like, I don't know, what is that, 40, 50? Celsius? I don't actually know. I could probably look. I'm too lazy. All right, well, Boomer's looking at me like she needs water, and so I'm going to get her some. She's panting like crazy. I guess, you can only lick your Vajumba for so long before you're like, I really need a break. I need a drink. I need perhaps a treat, And she can go back to her vigorous routine later. For now, though, thanks for all your awesomeness, your feedback, your whatnots. Keep that stuff coming. Where do I send you now? You know what? Here's the easy answer. frogpants.com/diary. There's a link to contact me there. And if you do that, I'll read it on the show. Okay? All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.